Good morning, everyone. It's Wednesday, June 10th. Again, we're going to be working on word problems. Our target is I can solve word problems involving the volume of rectangular prisms with whole number edge lengths. Today we will again work together to solve word problems by marking up the questions and explaining our answer. Follow along as I demonstrate the first one, and then we'll do another one together. You should have a pencil and paper ready. Today our fluency multiples will be 9. Here we go. 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, 63, 72, 81, 90, 99, 108. I can solve word problems involving the volume of rectangular prisms with whole number edge lengths. When I say whole number edge lengths, that just means no fractions involved, just whole numbers we are using. And when I talk about a rectangular prism, it's pretty much a 3D picture, like a cube. It's something that you can physically actually have in your hand, like an ice cube or a box. So here's our first problem. Follow as I mark it up, and then we will draw the figure and label. So Jeffrey's first planter is 8 feet long and 2 feet wide. The container is filled with soil to a height of 3 feet in the planter. What is the volume of soil in the planter? Explain your work using a diagram. So here's our diagram. Here's the soil in here, and it's labeled soil. Okay, I marked up my problem by marking up 8 feet long, 2 feet wide, the height of 3 feet. When they say height, that's the H in your L times W times H. So here I have my formula, which is always a great idea to write first so that you can plug in the numbers that they're giving you. So our volume equals our length, which is 8, that's plugged in, times our width, which is 2, that's plugged in, times our height, which we highlighted, which is 3, which goes up and down, how high it is. When they say depth or how deep it is, that means how high it is, that's the height. They use many different words for pretty much the same idea, the same thing. So in this one, we would say 8 times 2 times 3. 8 times 2 is 16. 16 times 3 equals 48. And then we need to label, and they're using, our units are feet, and we will say feet cubed. 48 feet cubed. Then when we go to explain, we are going to restate the question. The question is, what is the volume of soil in the planter? And we also want to highlight that because we need to make sure that when we get our answer at the end, we go back and we answer this question in a complete sentence, which is right here for you. There is 48 cubic feet of soil in the planter. Okay, let's go to the next one. So I will start some of this, and I want you to think, and then I'll ask you some questions. So think of different combinations that you can use to equal 320 cubic feet, because that's the next thing that we're going to do. Jeffrey wants to grow some tomatoes in 4 large planters. So I highlighted that, 4 large planters. He wants each planter, so each planter has to have a volume of 320 cubic feet. But he wants them all to be different, 4 different ways. And when you do this, he wants you to draw a diagram with each planter and measurements on them. So he wants you to have 4 different rectangles, rectangular prisms looking like boxes, labeling your length, your width, and your height, okay, like this, And he wants 4 different combinations, but they all have to equal 320 cubic feet. Okay, so make sure you're thinking about this. I'm going to give you a couple seconds to go ahead and pause this video. Go ahead and make 4 rectangular shapes and label each one of them with a different width, length, height. And when you're ready, come back and we will see how you did. Okay, hopefully you came back and you are ready to go. Okay, now that we looked at all this and we marked it up, here are the 4 rectangular planters that I have. The first one, second one, third one, fourth one. They each have to equal 320 cubic feet, and they have to be different. So 10 times 8 times 4 gives you 320 cubic feet. 80 times 4 is 320. 20 times 1 is 20. 20 times 16 gives you 320 cubic feet. This one, 8 times 8 is 64. 64 times 5 is 320 cubic feet. And our last one is 32 times 2, which is 64. And 64 times 5 is 320 cubic feet. So here you have 4 different planters with different measurements, and they each one equals 320 cubic feet. There may be other ways and answers that you came up with. As long as it equals 320 cubic feet, you got it. So let's go back to our target. I can solve word problems involving the volume of rectangular prisms with whole number edge lengths. Some things to review before completing your assignment for tonight. Mark up your problem. When solving for volume, always write your formula first and plug in your numbers. V equals, write your length, your width, or your height. Or even if they give you the volume, put that in there and see what you need to do to solve once you've plugged in all of your numbers. 3, be sure to explain how you got your answer by writing a statement and answering the question. And always remember, MOL can help you solve. Mark it up, organize by drawing, label, and explain. Love you guys. Have a great night. Any questions, remember you can always reach me on my email, mlapietra@rochesterdiscovery.com. Have a good night.